Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here from Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 21. We've only got 4 episodes left, including today's, which is depressing. But yeah, this season's been an interesting one for sure. Just the entirety of Season 2 has been interesting. I could do a whole video talking about Season 2. But last episode, we ended up meeting back up with everybody, meeting back up with Paul, Lilia, Talahand, Geese, whoever it may be, and we are now venturing down into the teleportation labyrinth to find Zenith and Roxy, which we ended up doing at the end of last episode. Rudy sensed her through a fake wall and was able to break in and go find her, and overall it was a very good episode. The animation is looking very crisp, and I'm excited to see where we go for the next 3 episodes. Obviously, if you watch any of my reactions on this series, at this point, there's essentially 23 of them, including both OP reactions. I am a light novel reader. I've read this series. Past this point, I haven't finished the light novels. I will probably at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do it after this season or what, but I've read past this point, but it was like legitimately 2 years ago at this point when I last read. So some of the details I don't remember, whatever it may be. But no matter what I end up remembering, everything in my reactions will be spoiler free. So you are free to watch this as an anime only or a light novel reader. It does not matter. All of my reactions to Mushoku Tensei have been spoiler free, and they will continue to be such. At the very end of the video, there is a spoiler review where I will discuss light novel things and stuff like that. So the rest of the reaction is good for anybody to watch. I clarify that in every video because I don't want to scare somebody away from the fact that I am a light novel reader, and I do know some things that are going to happen, and I don't want to be disingenuous either to people and fake like I don't know what's actually going on. But yeah, we'll see how this episode goes. But yeah, I think that's about it. So per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord links in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all of my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. But now, without further ado, let's hop straight into Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 21. Ooh, this is when... Oh, so we're getting how Roxy got lost. This is when she got teleported away. And they just keep... Oh no, she started teleporting other places. Oh my god. She just keeps passing by this area over and over and over again. Huh. Didn't they say she was trapped down there for a month? How on earth did she survive without food? I know she can conjure water with the magic. Was she eating the monsters down here? And that brings us to now. My god, ran right in for a hug. Breathing in the fucking scent. Of course he doesn't. Ah! Ah! I knew it was coming and it still hurts. I knew it was coming and it is just as painful as when I read it the first time. I mean, the last time she saw him, he was a literal baby. Ugh. Carrying Roxy out of there. Girl, that's not... He didn't throw up because of the smell. He threw up because he thought you didn't remember him. Yeah. Losing my lunch can't have much of a good impression. Yeah, can't have made a good impression. He immediately meets her and he's like, "Bleh," as soon as he meets her. To be fair, it's for good reason, but yeah. To be fair, Rudy's just getting the same treatment he gave to Sylphie essentially, because he didn't recognize her, and then Roxy didn't recognize him, so he was just getting a taste of his own medicine. Aww. What is this dude doing? Just checking up on her. Roxy Shisho. Dad, I sense a goddess. Yeah, Rudel-san? We're not calling me Rudy anymore? What happened to the Rudy? I have to make my dad use it too. He has Roxy in the same standing as his dad, if not higher standing. This man is overjoyed to see her again. Just pure joy.
ROXY の体調を見ながらだが入り直した方がいい。ああ、そうか。師匠にはもうしばしの休養が必要なのでは。先輩は知らねえかもしれないが。
To stave off your fears, or a curse will keep you out forever. Is that real? Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense actually. This world doesn't understand mental health and trauma super well. And so, like, someone gets traumatized from almost dying in a dungeon, you got to send them right back in immediately so that trauma doesn't overtake them, so they can immediately conquer that fear again. It's so good to see Roxy again, man. It's so good to see her again. To think that we haven't... Like, we got one episode of her back in season 1, I think it was episode 17, which was, by the way, fully anime original episode. We got an episode with her where she went back home to her parents, and that episode was awesome. But other than that, we've only seen her in tiny little bits throughout episodes, since, like, episode 4 or 5. Or not even that, I think it was, like, episode 2 or 3 of season 1 after she left, and she is still one of my favorite characters. Barring the fact that I've read the books. Like, before that, when I had only read season 1, she was one of my favorite characters, or not read, only watched season 1. Before I started doing any reading, she was one of my favorite characters. And she still is. What is this goofball doing? Yeah, now she's small to you. Yeah, she used to be bigger than you when you two first met. And this is the first time they have directly seen each other literally since episode 3 of season 1. Like, they have danced around it, like, in season 1, like the beginning part of the second half of season 1. They almost crossed paths, but then she got scared by Ruijerd and dipped. You know, monsters in the labyrinth have fixed areas of activity. I bet she'd fit on my lap, no problem. She'd bite my head off if I tried that, though. Yeah. Maybe that bugs her. No, that's not what's bugging her. I gotta tell you, buddy. God damn! The two magician combo is kind of clean. Yeah, they haven't found it yet. Yeah, going back all the way to season 1 episode. I'm gonna keep repeating this because of how the time it has been since these two have seen each other face to face is actually insane. Like in world and for us. For us, it's been since season 1 episode 3. For them in world, it's been like 12 years, if not more. Actually, no, he's 16, right? I think the last time she saw him was when he was 5. Yeah, he turned 5. They celebrated his 5th birthday while Roxy was there. So either way, that's still like 11 years where they hadn't seen each other. That is a huge chunk of time. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna keep repeating that just because the time that they haven't seen each other is crazy to me. Especially, to be fair, I know what's happening here, but it probably would actually be fun. Like when if you're tackling a much less dangerous labyrinth with just someone you have fun with, then if you're a strong adventurer, then yeah, it could actually be a fun way to pass the time. It's like, because this is an S rank labyrinth. This is a super ultra dangerous labyrinth, but maybe go to like a D tier, then yeah, maybe you could actually enjoy yourself a little bit. Yeah. Hey, would you try exploring a simpler one? The little. Yeah, you will have a kid to raise. Oh, okay. They made it to the 4th stratum. Paul sure is cool when he's on the job. When he's not being a horny bastard, yeah. Use water god style techniques, okay, yeah. There you go. Quagmire the hell out of both of them. They don't call him Quagmire Rude Ass for nothing, baby. Okay. Well, you're just being picky, yeah. Woo! Nice. Teamwork, baby. I've gotten weaker, if anything. I think Rudy just never realized how strong Paul actually is back when he was a kid. I mean, he's barely had any time to see the dude for forever, and the one time he saw him, the man was a drunk mess. This fucking goober loser is so happy to show off for his kid. To be fair, man, they said she's been down there for a year. If she is alive down there, then, I mean, she can wait a few more days. I'm gonna, like, it might sound harsh, but it's the truth. She's already been down there for a year. Damn. Yeah. Yep, and then she stayed with us for a while. I used to brag and exaggerate. I love how, at this point, Rudy is so, like, just objectively speaking, so much stronger than Roxy. She has way more experience with him, maybe. But just objectively in terms of mana and abilities, he is way stronger, but he still praises her like she's the strongest being in the universe. It's so fun. It's so fun to see. You to work out step 10 or 20. Reached king class, nice. Unmaturing emotionally too. Right back to the dungeon again. Oh, they actually bought it for her. That's totally the weapon they had out there, right? Yeah, they seem to have actually bought it for her. Wait, let me go back. I want to make sure it's the same sword design. Yeah, that's totally the same sword design that they got her. 100%. Oh, we've even made it to the 4th stratum, huh? It's on to the 5th one. Well, that's cool. Oh, they're like smoking out the monsters. Ooh, 3 giant circles here. Yeah, let Geese take a look. Uh-oh. No. The fact that Roxy's asking a question like that, I think someone needs to fill our girl in on Rudy's current relationship and love life, because asking a question like that clearly shows she doesn't know he has a wife. Unless we let Ghislaine to choose, damn. My man is just sitting there analyzing shit. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, he kind of decided, hey, maybe now's not the time to tell you that people call those famous last words, yeah. Yeah. No, he's not lecturing you. He's gonna tell you that a certain blue-haired demon seems to be interested in you. I hate that I know exactly what he means. I'm sure you guys get what he means too. Damn, a hollow area. God damn. Absolutely just melted the floor. And a perfect square too. Or rectangle, I guess. Everybody just keeps slapping the shit out of him. Oh, she was gonna slap him too. That's a very scary looking teleportation circle. The episode's gonna end. Fuck! Fuck! No! No! God damn it, man. God damn it. Alright, no end credits soon. Next time, parents. Good episode. That was a very, very good episode. I very much enjoyed watching that. It's the best way to put it. So clearly our little blue-haired demon girl here, good old Roxy, is feeling some kind of way towards Rudy, because she clearly does not know that he is married and has a kid on the way. Nobody has seemed to inform her of that information yet. But yeah, overall it's a great episode. I loved seeing Rudy and Roxy interact again. It was so wholesome, even if she might be ever so slightly interested in him. It was just overall great to see, because like I said, the time span that it's been since we've seen these two interact has been actually insane. So it's very good to see them reunite. And overall, I do have one complaint, but I feel like I don't want to compare the anime to the light novel in my non-spoiler discussions, even if it's not a spoiler, because I'd be discussing stuff that happened already. Like, what I want to talk about is the beginning scene of this episode where they showed what happened when Rudy rescued Roxy. I have some comments that I could talk about on how that was adapted, but I don't want to do that in the anime section because this is the anime only section. We're not here to talk about the light novel, we're here to talk about the anime. So that is what I'm going to do. I will discuss that in the spoiler section. I don't really want to talk about light novel stuff here. Even, like I said, even if it's not technically spoiler discussion, this is not a light novel discussion. That's for later. But yeah, this is a very, very fun episode. Getting further down, and we now have found this pink-looking teleporter, as Rudy figured out that the room they were in looked exactly like the ruins that him and Alina Lees were in. And so he managed to figure out that there was a special staircase that led them down to the teleporter underneath. But yeah, this should be interesting. We'll see where we go next episode. But as far as non-spoiler I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 21. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day, and let's get into spoiler talk. I said I had a complaint, and it's not the biggest complaint ever, because I think they did this episode well. Overall, this was not a bad episode by any means, but this beginning scene with, like, first of all, they didn't explain how Roxy survived down there for a month with no food, which I know that was talked about in the light novel. Then this scene, like, I appreciate that they had him run up and hug her. It still did not feel like there was enough urgency, in my opinion. Once again, that might just be me, but it really didn't feel like he ran up to her with enough urgency. In the light novel, the second he sees her, he sprints up. He's like, oh my god, thank goodness. Sprints up, gives her a hug, and is like freaking out because he thought she might be dead. And I feel like the anime did not convey that feeling of desperation enough from Rudy, because, like, in reality, let's think about this. Roxy is one of the main reasons Rudy has stayed sane. Like, through all the shit he went through with Eris, with Sarah, all the above, he kept on believing in his master Roxy. And she was a big foothold for him that helped him get through a lot of stuff. And so her being possibly dead is huge for him, and that he found her alive. Just feel like they didn't convey that feeling very well. And then especially with this, like, the way he threw up, they made it sound like it was comedy. Like, I don't know. That perturbed me a lot. It's literally just the sound of him throwing up, so I'm nitpicking very hard. But it just felt like, even though the moment is supposed to be funny in a way, it's like, oh shit. Well, I don't know. That's just not the vibe that I got when I was reading the light novels. The vibe that I got was, oh shit, my master doesn't remember me. What the f is going on? And then he threw up out of, like, fear or whatever it may be because she didn't remember him. But in the anime, it feels like they went too hard down the comedy route, when I feel like that wasn't the kind of vibe or atmosphere the light novel was trying to give off. I might have been reading the situation wrong. I might have read the light novel wrong, and it was supposed to be more comedic. But that is just not the vibe that I got, because it's Rudy meeting his master for the first time in like 11 years, and he's so happy she's alive, and it's this, like, supposed to be this emotional moment, and I just did not get that here because it feels like they tried to go too hard on comedy. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm nitpicking, but that's just how I feel about this scene. The rest of the episode is great. I think they did the episode very well. They clearly show that Roxy is very much interested in him. Even with her attempts to go back to putting their relationship to normal, she can't. They also did a great job of showcasing, like, by her asking about Nanahoshi being his girlfriend, that she does not know that he has a wife and kids. And then this whole scene here with her leaning on his back and asking him to go explore a dungeon together, and Rudy just being a absolutely clueless, dense motherfucker. And then the analogy from Paul here about how I used to work with one sword, but now I can't work without two, is so stupid. I hate it so much. It is such a Paul analogy for the fact that he now has Zenith and Lilia. He's basically telling Rudy that for now you might be fine with Sylphie, but down the line you never know, you might need Sylphie and Roxy. It's so dumb. But yeah. And that's gonna, I'm so interested to see how people are gonna react to the fact that Rudy's gonna sleep with Roxy by the end of this season. No idea what people are gonna think of that, but it does happen. It does happen no matter what. And I also wonder if people are even gonna pick up on that analogy. I don't know, we'll see. I'm very curious if people are gonna react, because Paul is either going to die next episode or the episode after. He's dying more than the next 2 episodes. It just happens. That's how it goes in the light novel. The anime is gonna follow suit. and then he sleeps with Roxy after that. So it's gonna be interesting because part of the reason Paul dies is Rudy. Literally, Paul sacrifices himself to save Rudy's life. I'm super excited to see how they adapt these next 2 episodes. I'm really hoping they nail it. I'm desperately hoping they nail it. But we'll have to see at the end of the day. As far as spoilers go, though, this episode was pretty well adapted. I know as a fact they skipped over a bunch of stuff, a bunch of dungeon diving stuff, and a bunch of stuff about them spending time in the town and whatever it may be. I know they skipped over some of it. There's nothing you can do about that. It's the anime. They have to adapt as much as they possibly can, and I think they did overall a pretty good job in this episode. But yeah, next episode we'll have the showdown against the Hydra. We'll see how it goes. But I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Episode 21. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.